Hey Rod, hey, welcome. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the heads up just now. So, as I was saying, it's been a minute since I've been live. It's been a long time, a couple weeks. Due to circumstances beyond my control, of course, work related and so on and so forth. For most people, you know that I'm a teacher. So, yeah, man, I'm out there in the battlefield every single day. But thank you so much for the persons who are supporting. Rod, I see you. Thank you so much also for the support on our other channel, Tasha Timely Thoughts. Rod, I really do appreciate you, Rod. You're always sending love to Tasha's Timely Talks, and you're always sending love to Jay Says. So I do appreciate you. Welcome also to the other person who just came in. Also, Niche motivates inspiration was here earlier. So welcome as well, and thank you so much for being a part of our live stream tonight. Now, tonight we're going to be discussing the topic crime and violence in schools. As you can see from the thumbnail, tonight is another epic live stream. We're going to be looking at some of the seriousness that has been affecting serious things that have been affecting us in the schools, as well as we're going to be, just discussing some measures that you think that could be put in place to safeguard our children as well as our teachers in in the school system, because these kids nowadays, them serious. They're very serious. It's a different set breed of children. Gone are the days when a child would respect the authority of a teacher and respond to command. For example, don't do this or don't do that. That child would readily respond back in the day, but no, nowadays, these children, three or four or five times you're telling them the same thing and they're not responding. But tonight we're not so much looking at the negatives. We want to try to look at this situation, which is a big elephant in the room, but also we want to try to find solutions tonight. So I'm here. I represent myself as a teacher. I'm looking forward to having a few other persons passing through as well. Albeit, well, share me out if you have the capacity to do so. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, so that persons can come over and be a part of this rich conversation tonight. Yes. Also, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section. Keep the comment section active, guys, so that we can at least have a thriving conversation tonight. So go ahead and share me out if you can. Tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody, and let's have communication tonight. Let's reason. Yeah, we're gonna reason one with another. But let me invite God's presence in the house, because of my strong Christian beliefs. I'm gonna go ahead and invite God's presence. So thank you, Lord, for keeping me safe to be home. I've traveled. I tried my best to get here on time, God, but circumstances beyond my control. So I thank you for bringing me safely home, and I thank you for allowing me to be a part of this live stream tonight. So God, I pray that you bless everything that we're going to be saying tonight, and we will edify, that somebody will learn from our discourse tonight. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. So as a teacher, I can tell you from my experience, guys, uh, I there are a lot of challenges in this 21st century, this new age. But it's not that you cannot overcome it. It's just challenging. But with the right measures in place, it is guaranteed that you will experience success. Now, in Jamaica here, we've been experiencing, or even at least hearing, of a lot of things that have been taking place in the school system for the past couple of weeks. One particular incident that remains fresh in my mind is an incident with two young ladies. I don't remember what school it was, but these two young ladies were fighting, and a teacher intervened to separate them. And while the teacher was playing their part to separate the two young ladies, the aggressor pulled out a knife and actually inflicted injury to the other young lady. Hey Dion, welcome Dion. Thank you for being a part of this live stream, Dion. I do appreciate your constant support, Dion. Really value you. You're one of the persons here who, you're always in my corner, and I value you. So yeah, Dion, we're talking about the incident. One of the incidents that has been happening from the other day where we saw the two schoolgirls fighting and one actually stabbed the other one. These are some trying times. We're talking about it tonight. So Dion, if you have anything to add to this conversation, let's. Yes, Dion. Actually, I didn't want to announce it on the just yet. So hit me up on Instagram. We talk about it. Just. I'm not seeing it on the phone yet. I'm not seeing it on the phone yet, but we're in good standings, Dion. I have something big coming up. But you see, Dion, without praying for these kids, Dion, boy, I don't know. Listen, every morning when I go to work, Dion, I before I even enter my classroom, I try my best. I try my best, Dion, every morning to stay prayed up. Like I have to try to pray because every single day come with a brand new challenge. Every single day, and if you don't stand firm, the classroom in this day and age it scare you. You have to just if you're not careful and you're not really prayed up, them kids here we intimidate you to the point where you're scared because them not go easy. Them not go hard. And I'm talking about from the primary school go right up to tertiary. These young people nowadays it's like a level of violence has taken over their minds to the point where them kids here just violent. As Dion, um, J Squad, I I deal with this kind of situation every day, and I'm telling you, like if one walk past and brush against the other, just merely brush, it's a big old war, and it don't make no sense to tell them stop because until they get gratification from what they're doing, they ain't stopping. They ain't stopping. Dion says it perfectly. Dion says in the comment section, I think there's a demonic attack in our atmosphere. I do believe so as well, Dion. I share similar sentiments because this can't normal. And now when let's look at the William Nibbin situation for a little bit because I'm just nitpicking based on different things that has been happening in our news of lately. Now when we look at the William Nib situation where two children kick off because of the whole guard ring thing. Guard ring. And let me. I think I'm gonna be doing. I think I might do a video talking about the whole truth regarding guard rings and all of them. Something there in regards to the school and how much it has become a part of. I might double into it, guys. If you want to see me do a video like that, let's see if we can drop that comment down in the comment section. Let me know if you would want me to do a video to talk about it or shed some light. Drop that information down in the comment section and we can keep that into consideration. Also, guys, see if we can like up this video as well and see how many likes we can get on it. And if the likes are favorable, then we're definitely going to do a follow-up video so that we can shed some light, right? Thank you also for the 4 persons who are on the live. So, as Dion rightfully said, Dion said, I think there's a demonic attack in our atmosphere. Dion, a whole heap of things are going on right now. Plenty things. And it's a fear of mine for these children. And not just for the children, but also for our country and our world. Now, some people will bash these kids. Me not bash them. And I'll tell you why I won't bash them too tough. For 2 years, these children have not been in the classroom. And sad to say, for 2 full-on years because of COVID-19, many of these children were left home under no supervision. So you know who grew them? The tablet, the TV, and the street. Those have been their teachers for the past 2 years, heading into three. And when we now as teachers get them into the classroom now, these children now start demonstrating certain behavioral patterns where it is reflective of the street. I give you an example. I teach 9, 10, and 11 year olds. And sometimes when you listen to the way they speak, you're not hearing them. You're actually hearing the environment when they speak. You're hearing where their surroundings when they speak. Because a language, from time to time, it coarse. And as I tell you, it is so intimidating sometimes that you, as the adult, if you don't know what you're doing, it can shake you up. Believe me. Because them kids here, them not play. And them I tell you straight up what them we do from where they won't do. And just a bit of caution. These kids ain't playing. So take them serious if them say it. But your job is not now to jump down on them when they say these little things. Your job now is to nurture them and say, hey, watch me now. I hear you say this. But that not good enough. You can't get yourself involved in that because you have too much of your future ahead of you. And be that level of guidance. Now, I sound like me preach to the church, but I'm telling you from my own perspective, sometimes me lose my fuse because of it. Sometimes I do get upset when you hear these kids behave this kind of way because in your mind you're saying to yourself, children are supposed to talk so tough. Pitney are supposed to sound like that, but hey, that's what society has given these kids, and these kids run with it and grab it. A lot of them also have been exposed on levels that are not even normal. Them kids here, them mix up in a some mulip or something. Them enough of them go on ups. Yes, that's a word now in a Jamaican society. Then go on operation. Enough of them they've seen crime, and a lot of them also have tasted money. I'm talking about right across the board now. From kids going up to young teenagers, to older teenagers, to the early 20s and so on. A lot of them have tasted money, and a lot of them have tasted the criminal elements. They've been exposed, and as such, none of them kids are not interested in a school. So a lot of them they only just come to school to pass time, if they do come to school. Let me just jump in the comments again, um, and just read some more comments. Dion says, "Bro, too much of our adults are involved in these cult practices, and so I believe our children are learning from them." Right on the money, Dion. As I had alluded to a while ago, the level of exposure is deafening. Too much of the big people them are sure these. Now, I might be wrong with this statement, but you see, even the whole thing were popular in a Montego Bay and all other places where you take what does not belong to you under false pretense, that generates a lot of money. Yeah, man. I believe because of that as well, a lot of these kids have taken the decision to go into crime. And if them go in it now, the next best thing is to get yourself guarded. My God, I beg you, help us to get themselves guarded or protected because they're afraid that because of their involvement, somebody might try to take their quote unquote 3 points, meaning taking their life. So they're trying to find a way to protect themselves. Now them no want to come to church or go to God for ask the protection, because you're gonna find that they're gonna have to not do the negative thing. So the easiest thing to do is go to what we call in Jamaica Obiaman and get yourself a ring. Yes, a ring, and load it. That's another term that you will be familiarized with. If I do the video, yeah, they load the ring, and when they load the ring, now them protected and them safe. But I'm telling you, the wave of crime and violence due to these kinds of thought processes and thinking, as Dion rightfully said, is now spilling over into the schools because the adults are doing it and the kids are spending a lot of time with these kind of elements. So guess what now? They are now joining in and getting more familiarized and becoming part of it. More comments from Dion. Some of these kids are also living in homes where adults breathe crime and violence. Yes, that is another major issue, Dion. A lot of them are living in homes that actually live, breathe, encourage, partake, participate, write the story, and teach crime and violence. And believe me, if you have a wound and the wound is not treated, it will fester and become infected. And I believe that is what's happening with a lot of these children. The wound of society is now festering, and becoming more infected and detrimental to our society and to our nation at large. Now, sadly, and this is just an observation on my part as well, because of the loss of learning for the past 2 years. Pardon me. I fear to see what our society is going to be like in the next 4 or 5 years. When in the next 6 years, let me put it to six, when most of these children transition from the primary schools to high schools, and those that are in high schools transition into society at large. It is a fear of mine to see what will happen, because we are now exposed to a set of children who, one, are not educated, and two, are educated by the wrong elements, exposed. So, pardon me, we have it cut out for us. It's gonna be a very tough couple of years if there's not divine intervention, because easy right now with what go on. A lot of these children are working. Them no business with school again. I was in a meeting yesterday, and we were talking about a particular situation where a lot of the high school age children are no longer coming to school. They're not going to school. Why? Them get a little catch on a little road work during 2 years. And one little something I go on over this, and them get a little roast over this. So these kids now start tasting money. And the fact that they're tasting money, they must spend their own money. So because of that, no, prematurely they have become adults overnight, if you understand where I'm coming from. And as a result, because they're spending their own money, them a big man and big woman, so they are no longer interested in actually sitting in front of a teacher to take instruction, or even to be in front of an adult that poses themselves to be an authority figure. They're not in that, becoming a big man and big woman right now. And sadly, for the ones who actually come back to school, we are dealing with this tug of war as well, where these kids see themselves as adults because they're fending for themselves, a lot of them. So you as a teacher now can't come tell them anything and them just take it like that. They're not interested in that. They're not interested. They tell you move from there, sir. Me I spend my own money, me I push my own door, me I'm not talking, we not teacher. Me just come link my friend, me feel like I saw them and deal with it. And what do you do as a teacher? You can't do nothing. You have to just do what you have to do, try to manage your class, and go one side. And do what you get paid for do. And pray to God say you actually become a good influence in one of them life. Reach one or two, you know, and teach you at your best ability. I just decide there. And we have to face reality. We have to face the reality, guys. I just that's all the thing actually really there. I decide if it's true. No joke. Dion, the link is pinned. If you want to come up on all the reasoning, Dion, you can feel free to join me upstairs. It does get a little bit lonely up here. Right? So if you want to come reason, the door is open. You can pass through and come in a link. We can chat upstairs and all a reason. Also, Dion, if you're able to share me out as well. I'd be very grateful for the share out as well. Very grateful for the share out. Two persons on the live. Thank you for being here. Two persons on the live. Tonight we're discussing the crime and violence in the schools. crime and violence in the school system. Feel free to drop your insight, your opinion, your perspective in the comment section, and let's have a thriving conversation about this topic tonight, because it is not a situation that only affects me or affects you. It's a situation that affects all of us, because all of us at some point in time have either a relative or a child or a sibling that is presently attending school. We all have somebody who is going to school right now. What's most scary? I was in a parent teachers meeting yesterday, and I heard a parent say something, and it really shook me. She said one of her biggest fear is that whenever her child leaves the home to come to school, to go to school, she worries whether or not that child is gonna make it back home. Now, we not really know if nobody know if everybody really see it this way, but it's a great fear that is on everybody right now. When you send out your pitney, imagine you send out your good pitney go to school. Your child is not even a child that is involved in too much, you know, grown stuff. They're children, and pitney will get trouble, but a picnic trouble. But they don't mix up into the heavy stuff. And some child or another, because I see this, because bullying is also on the rise, decide that, hey, I'll take that boy the lunch money, little boy, they have money, I'll take him lunch money. And they go there, they approach your child, and your child resists the approach. And somehow they get into a tussle, and before you know it, you're getting a phone call that you need to go to the hospital because this and that and the third. And that's one of the things that a lot of parents have to be battling with right now, you know? So I kid you not, it's a serious phenomenon that is taking place in the schools right now, guys. And as a teacher, I'm telling you, it's a scary battlefield. I'm a scary place right now. Very scary right now. And unless there's some level of divine intervention, as I said before, we'll have a problem. We'll have a problem. It's serious. It's really serious. Sorry, excuse me for a second, guys. Hey man, this is my second for real. I'm coming. All right. I wanted to get my other device situated as well. Right. So now I can see the comments very well. But as I was saying before, it's a very serious situation that is taking place. And unless we have some kind of um measures put in place to deal with the circumstances at its root, then we're gonna always have a massive issues. Also remember, guys, like up the live as soon as you enter. 6 people already has liked the live. So yeah man, just do due diligence and just like up the live. It really helps the channel when you do so. Also, when you comment on the video, it really helps the channel a whole lot. So if it is in your capacity and you are here and you have not yet liked the video or the live, go ahead and just show some love on the live and just like it up, so that at least we can keep putting out great content like this. All right. Now, one thing for certain, when it comes to JC's channel, we always aim to we always aim to meet you at a level of intellect. We're not trying to just deal with basic things or touch basic topics. We wanna talk about topics over here that's rich, but people can actually get substance from it. So I think I can use that as an opportunity as well to just give you guys a little bit of insight in regards to the future of JC's YouTube channel. So, guys, we are on the brink of monetization. Yay! Thank you, Dion, and some other lovely people who have been in my corner. We are right on the brink of monetization right now with this platform, with our channel. And no problem. Thank you, Dion. I know you're here. I know you're here. So I was just making mention of you, Dion, that we are on the brink of monetization right now, and thanks to people like Dion Bless, who has been in my corner religiously. It has become a success. So guys, we are this close. We're this close to monetization right now. This close. We're waiting for a few things, but we are very close to monetization right now. And the good thing about it is this, guys, upon monetization, once again we're going to be revamping. No, that's a promise that I have given to the entire J squad from day one. Once we hit a milestone, I always revamp and give you something better. We always evolve into something better. And I've been working on something behind the scenes. I've been working on something behind the scenes from the other day, guys. And God's willing, if everything takes shape the right way, then we should be revamping pretty soon. And you will be seeing a new face of you will be seeing a new face of the JC's YouTube channel. And just to allude to something with Dion said, like Dion said she need more movies. Yes, Dion. I promise you, Dion. You have my guarantee, Dion, that you will be getting more movies. If you have not yet gone to our other sister channel, well, brother channel, if you've not gone to our brother channel, it's JC's Productions. Go watch that movie. The movie is called Detour. If you don't see it yet, I guarantee you that you're gonna love it. And if you see it already, watch it again. All right. We have we I've been saying this for months now that we've been in communication in regards to detours too. But a lot of things changed since the last time we dropped that movie. Thank you for the person who just came on. The the viewer that just joined us, thank you for coming and like up the live as soon as you enter. So let me just be very transparent, Dion, in regards to the production, the movie, the next movie. Now, there are a couple of persons who were a part of the previous movie that their circumstances have changed. And you have to respect people's circumstances. But I think we can still get the team together. So I've been in dialogue with Face Expression, which is another um, family channel, another channel of ours, another friend of ours, in the circle, in our special circle that helped with the first movie. We are in dialogue. Up to yesterday, we had conversation in regards to Detour 2. So we are going to be doing a casting call leading closer to the summer. We are now in April. So we're going to be doing a major casting call, trying to get some fresh faces. I've already put pen to paper and written down a couple new ideas. I already had some ideas in regards to what we're going to be putting into part two, but I can tell you, Dion, part two I got hot. Yeah, man. Part two I got hot. Yeah, man. Shots. A whole heap of something I go on in the part two. Me don't want to give it too much. Yeah, man. Me don't want to give it too much, Dion, but a whole heap of things will go on in a part two. And if part two goes well, you might hear about three and so on. So we continue like a kind of series. But as I said, Dion just linked me off the year, man. You say you reach out to the platform. But I had some Instagram issues the other day. A lot of people have been having Instagram issues. Look out, guys. There are some people who are doing some dishonest things on Instagram. So I had to do some revamping as well over there. So, but I will respond to you as soon as I get through. What happened is that I got locked out of my own Instagram account. But we'll fix it. We're gonna fix it. And as soon as we get it resolved, then you will hear from me. Yeah, but not to go too far off topic tonight, guys. We're still talking about the issue of crime and violence in our schools. Crime and violence in our schools. Big problem. Big old problem. Yeah, man. They've been doing a lot of things. Like, me I tell you, pure craziness are going on in Jamaica right now and around the world. Because a lot of people, once upon a time, when you talk about criminals, people think that some little corner boy when not have no intellect and him just dep on the corner. And nowadays, persons who are actually involved in these kind of practices are some of the most intelligent people you can ever meet. Smart, super, super smart. And nobody feel like them now come at you. Father was giving me an experience just now. He was watching a video and he was sharing the information about the video where a gentleman called young guy. This boy must have been in high school. Called and said that the man's grandson owed him money, and the grandfather must pay it up, unless or else this and that is gonna happen to the grandchild, and so on and so forth. So the gentleman made arrangements. I'm saying, all right, I'm gonna meet you at such and such place. Upon directions of the gentleman on the phone, said he's gonna meet them, and he honored his word. He actually did. So he gave when he upon reaching the location, the gentleman was by himself, and he handed the gentleman an envelope. Handed the gentleman an envelope. The gentleman, perceiving that it was money, opened the envelope, only to realize that it was a police badge in the envelope. So he was trying to run off, but the man stopped him. And by the time, he ran right into other police officers. So when they brought him back, the gentleman said, "Tell me, do you personally know my grandson?" And the gentleman said, "Yeah, I know him grandson, and him know, trying to sell the story." But the police officer said to him, "Sir, let me tell you something. My grandson is only 1 year old. So when you decide to scam people, come straight with your foolishness." And as you would imagine, that must have been an experience. Must have been an experience and a half, guys. Yeah, sorry for passing the baby on screen, guys. Must have been an experience and a half, because I'm sure him never believe, him never know, say that did not happen to him, but he might try to take money from somebody who was a part of the police force. And saying that to say this as well, enough things with kids might undergo, Dion, and whomever else is here, or children are experiencing some really real situations. Dion laughing. Once upon a time, you would have said, Pitney have stress. Move from the man, you don't have no stress. Oh, you're a little Pitney, oh, you feel stress. But let me tell you, a lot of these kids are carrying weight that are bigger than what we could ever carry. Some of them are carrying some massive, massive burdens, bigger than what we as adults can carry, because they see everything, they hear everything, they experience everything, and they internalize and bottle in every single thing. Because for you to get a child's trust, you have to really come good. You have to come good in order to get that child's trust. So they will not share certain information with you versus what they might share with their parents. They might not share that. They might share it with a friend, but they're not gonna tell you. You understand? And if you really check the levels, a lot of these children in the past 2 years or more, a lot of them have been exposed to molestation that they're not talking about. A lot of them have experienced violence that has become traumatic to them. A lot of them, young ladies, and I'm telling about information that I have heard about and know about based on conversation. A lot of these young ladies are resorted to selling their bodies. Yes, prostitution. A lot of the young men started smoking and getting exposed to drug use, marijuana, and so on. A lot of things have happened. Only for something has been happening to our kids, and these kids are carrying these weights, these burdens, and then on top of that, the expectation of them to come to school and learn. I remember when we just when face to face, because I teach some younger ones, but there was this particular child in my class. He's always sleeping, and I was annoyed by it because I didn't understand. But one day I really stopped and I looked into it and I said, why is it that this child is always sleeping? And one day I decided to ask him, and when I asked the child, or he's always sleeping. He actually shares space with siblings, and in my mind, it's uncomfortable for him. So no matter what, he can't get a good rest. You understand? No, this is not crime and violence, but I'm just showing you that they're carrying some heavy weights. You know? So when me see him along here, a lot of the times I try to encourage him to really stay alert and try to get something, but get something in his head. But realistically speaking, sometimes me allow him to get a little shut eye, and then try to allow him to catch up. But guys, there are so many things that these kids are carrying, and that's one of the reasons to that you would see them getting involved in certain things. Now, gangs is another sore point. A lot of these young men and young women have been exposed to gangs. They have to do things, especially some of them who live in that kind of environment that does expose them to gang lifestyle, and the easiest thing for them, because a lot of them are really and truly exposed to gang warfare, and them not gonna rest. We can tell you that, and they have to do things. So when you see them walk with them little knife and them something come at school, you have to just guide them, take it from them, and just encourage them not to even use it. And I'm not condoning, but also I'm not condemning, because when you look at the reality, these kids sometimes come to school with somebody who live in another faction that is all that them know is also involved in gang warfare. What is gonna stop that person or them from having some kind of altercation at some point in time? So as we said, them kids are with some big people, something they're operating like adults. And me can tell you, if we not see the reality, that I go on a society nowadays. We picnic them force ripe. We kids them force ripe. All right, Dion says, that's so true. Sharing space can impact some children. I recently had a son and I let him sleep with my daughter on weekends because I don't want him waking her on a school night. Yeah, right, that's all. Some people sleep light, so guess what now? Any little shuffle probably can throw off the balance of everything, and that poor child will not get the chance to rest. She go to school and she probably a book down the place because she not get a good rest. Maybe her little brother a cough throughout the night or something. So say she have to turn attention to him or something, and on top of that, you have some pitney with sleep bad, very 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 bad. So you might find say during the night you might kick her and all them something there in his sleep. So you know what the thing go. So I understand what Dion is saying perfectly well. It does have a great impact. It does have a great impact on our children. The shared space situation. It does. Give me a second, guys. Just share inviting persons over at the same time. Don't mind me if you hear champs in the background. My family is a sports family as well. We kind of love a little sports too. So don't mind that in the back. All right. So Dion says, other day I say a child. Other day I saw a child on TikTok. Thank you for the share out, Dion. I appreciate it. All right. The other day I saw a child on TikTok, and the content he was watching bigger than what I watch. And I said to him, you shouldn't be watching that. You shouldn't be watching that. The boy say, what happened to you? I said, what happened to you? You don't know how much time I get joke. What? You know how much time I get joke? Yeah, man. I know, Dion. Can you hear it? That's what I needed to ask you. Do you hear it? Can you hear the television? If you can, I'll go ahead and I'll get it turned down. All right. Dion says a friend lost their channel for that sport earlier in the month. Yeah, I understand. But I'm asking you, can you actually hear the television in the background? I'm addressing the situation there, and as we speak. All right, so Dion is saying a friend of mine lost her channel for the sports for that sport earlier this year or this month. Yeah, man, I'm gonna put something going in regards to that too. CDE, one of our friends, ended up in that same kind of situation recently too. Thank God he has bounced back remarkably. Yeah, that too. That too, Dion. That's true. That too. We know want and somebody was telling me that everything becomes amplified when you are this close. Everything becomes amplified. Them not take no prisoners in regards to your channel. All right, welcome two persons on the live. Yeah, Dion, I see somebody else joining you. Tonight we're talking about the level of crime and violence in the schools. If you have any comments, any ideas, any thoughts on that topic, feel free to jump in the comment section and just share with us, man. Be a part of the conversation. Let's talk about it. So just like up the live also as soon as you enter and come show some love. Remember, whatever love you show to the channel helps the channel to grow, and we are better able to put out great content and even better content than we are doing now. So thank you so much for your support. Once again, like up the live. Yeah. Dion, issue fixed. I'm sure you're not hearing it anymore. Yeah, man. Come tomorrow and Saturday now we celebrate and go and big up my green and black. Oops. Did I say that? Did I say that on the live? But yeah, I'm not afraid. Am I peeps them there? Yes, seat over here. Yes. Yes, that's what I represent over here. That's my high school team that I support. Win, lose, or draw. Yes, that's the team. So three people on the live, big up yourself. Welcome to the live stream. Let's talk about the level of crime and violence in our schools. Uh oh, Zuko, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for being here, Zuko. Zuko says, I was just listening. I was just listening. Yeah. Thank you for being here, Zuko. Zuko, we're talking about the level of crime and violence in the schools. Yeah. What heap of things are going on in the society right now. So what say you? What say you? What are your thoughts? And Dion says, and you know the more persons message the better for your channel. Yes. The more persons who actually talk up the things. Yeah, man, it gone. Hey, Lanika. Welcome, Lanika. Walk one. Thank you for being here, Lanika. Lanika, we're talking about the level of crime and violence in our schools tonight. That's what we're discussing tonight on this live stream. We want a reasoning and talk about that tonight so that everybody can get the opportunity to really share. Everybody get the chance to share, and we will have reasoning on that topic tonight. Yeah, no, I know. As a matter of fact, Lanika, you're right on the money because it's a long time we have not gone live, so you don't really miss nothing. We have not been live. We have not been live in about 3 or 4 weeks. Yes, about that because work has really gotten taken all of my time, and you know how the thing go. Working for the government, you have to make sure that you try your best to be on your P's and Q's. As a matter of fact, guys, to show you how serious it is, after this live stream, I still have some work that I have to do because tomorrow is our math day conference. So we're gonna be having a big old blow out in regards to mathematics tomorrow. So Dion says that me I wonder how you so late, Lanika. No. Zuko says crime can't be stopped at schools when it start at the home. True. Perfect statement by Zuko. Zuko, if the home is fanning the flames, it is rather difficult. It is rather difficult to get that child not to demonstrate that kind of behavior at the school. So here we are telling this child, look, you are giving trouble at the school and you must not do this and you must not do that, but then you're not trying to fix the problem at home. Now this is where the guidance counselors come in, and this is where the dean of disciplines come in. Build a cohesive relationship with home. Yes, Lanika, soon come to that. Build a level of cohesion with home. So if any little thing take place, you're on the phone. Hey, what's going on with my son? With my son Jay, how is he performing? How is he doing? Don't be afraid and throw you in the ear and say, oh, me too busy for that. Me have work for go. Boy, if you go to school and do this, and boy, if you do that. Me can't business with that right now. Me not focus on that. That's an attitude that a lot of us as parents have. We throw our hands in the air and we don't care. The I don't care attitude. You understand? And in doing so, the child is suffering and the child is withering away because of our own I don't care mentality. Dion Bless is joining us. Welcome, Dion Bless.
Hey,
Good
bro.
night, Dion.
I'm not going to
Wagwan.
stay long enough, but I just want to share something that my sister was saying to me yesterday. So, recent, she changed her daughter from one primary school to another. So
Mm-hmm.
she yesterday and she was very annoyed. And she was saying to me that it looked like she needs to go out by the school. So I was saying, what
Mm-hmm.
is the problem? She said her daughter came home literally in tears. When her daughter came home, she really didn't want to tell her what was happening. But
Mm-hmm.
she's a very reserved little girl. She's not going to pick a fight or stuff like that.
Right.
So I said, did you find out what happened? And she said, eventually, because it seems like it was bubbling. So she had to release it. And she said her daughter gave her a letter that the teacher gave her to say that she's misbehaving and she needs to be talked to. So I
Mm.
said, what did she do? She said her daughter said she went to use the bathroom, and when she came back, her bag was on the floor and another little girl was sitting in her chair. And she asked the little girl to get up, and why did she throw her bag on the ground? The little girl did not respond to her. So she said she take the little girl bag and she put it right where her bag was and put back
Mm.
her bag in the chair. And the little girl slapped her. The teacher wasn't looking. The little girl now run to the teacher and tell the teacher, say she lick her.
Yeah.
And just when the teacher came over to her now and she wanted to explain, the teacher said, shut up, go sit down.
Mm.
I hear nothing from you. So I said, no, but that's not right. So I said, did she give the other little girl a letter? No, she only give my niece a letter. So I was like, okay, you really need to go by the school. So she said, her daughter is saying, Mommy, I don't know why they ate me at this school. From I got to this school, I sitting down, she have very tall hair. Pick me
Mm-hmm.
all a drum ear, I mean, not do them nothing. So she
Yeah.
said, so this thing has been happening and you're keeping it to yourself. And this is to say, you have some kids, they feel so out of place that when things are happening, they keep it quiet.
Yes, that's true.
Right. And I was saying to my sister that because she's new to the school, nobody is going to stand up for her. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
already know each other. So if she starts to complain, and I'm like, how can a teacher say that? The teacher needs to call you as a parent and say, look here, this I feel like a child is misbehaving or something. Don't send them a letter to me, tell me some child I misbehave. without even hearing what my child had to say. So she spoke with, because the teacher that did this was not the original teacher. She was a stand-in teacher.
Oh. Mm.
So she said she sent the teacher a message and said she need to talk to her, and if she can't call her, then she will need to come by the school the other day. So the teacher instantly texts her back and say that, okay, you can call me. So she said she arranged a meeting for a call for 5 p.m. yesterday. So this
Right.
morning I messaged her and I said, what happened with the conversation? She said all the teacher said is that she will look into the matter and she will get it resolved. So I said, you know what? When my niece gets home, you need to talk to her every day about this specific situation and to just ensure that it is really resolved. Because
Mm-hmm.
if she's sitting there, she's in a new environment, and all this violence that is happening in school,
Yeah.
parents, students, weapon to take to school. It just wrecked my brain. It
Yeah.
just
It,
my
it's serious, Dion. And to think that as well as so many other teachers, we are the ones who are on the ground. We really see the thing play out on a daily basis. And let me just use this opportunity also to just talk to a few parents. Parents, please, for the love of God, don't believe that your child that you send out of your house is too good to get themselves into problems. Because enough of them pit near the side of them that they show you when they are home is a different child when them go to school. Enough of them pit near them a troublemaker.
exactly so peer
So
pressure.
please, I'm begging you, do not allow yourself to be in denial to the point where you don't look into every little situation. Because your child might just be an aggressor because they are dealing with something that you didn't even know that your child might be battling with. And this is their mechanism to lash out. You understand?
I
I
remember
have
when
these, Dion, I have them kind of pitney here every day. And me have pitney in my class with some real issues, Dion. Oh my God. Me have some kids with some real issues. No joke.
that
And
is
if
true.
you and when you check the levels and find out what really caused somebody something, tears come in your eye. We're talking about like lack of love from family and all of them something that they on. Yeah.
I always remember when my daughter was in grade 2, right before she went into grade 2, I switched community and I was saying I'm going to change school due to expense.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this little girl who constantly on her case. And when she came home one day, I gave her a brand new rubber and she came home without it and telling me that the little girl took away her rubber and said it's her one. I said, no, this can't continue.
Mm-hmm.
You call her parents. Well, I didn't call a teacher. You know what I did? I went to the school and I sit in class because normally I didn't have a job at that time. So I could go by the school and I
Right.
could day at the school. So I sit in the class and I sit and I observe the little girl and I observe her. And then at the end of my period at the school, I said to her, why both of you always having it out? And the little girl turned to me and said, Miss, my mother a warmonger. Me a
Wow.
warm. And I turned
Wow.
and said, look here, you're a child and you should act like a child. And I don't want to see you and my daughter at it. And I tell you, they never had a disagreement after that day. They were like
Mm.
friends. So sometimes the children they just need somebody to show them sympathy. Because I could have been the parent to go down there and all up in
The
our face.
aggressor. Aggressive parent. Bully.
And our mother find me and you understand? So
Enough of
some
them kids here, they only need that little flash of love. It's like they're expecting you to blow up on them. For example, the little girl. So she put you on your P's and Q's before you even open your mouth and tell you, say, fear mother warmonger. So in other words, if you go come at me, me I tell you from now, say my mother warmonger. I'm me a warmonger too. You understand? But watch the difference with the approach now. You actually deal with it on a different perspective. You say, listen, I don't want to see you fighting with my child. I don't want to see you not fight. So in other words, you didn't exclude your child from the solution. You never say, hey, leave me Pitney alone. You were a parent in this situation to say, I don't want to see both of you behaving this way. You know? So right there, so now she start probably looking at you and say, hey, you know, this person really care. Because that's all a lot of them kids here need. That one person to stand out and show care. All right, so let me just big up some people. Sir Eddie, welcome, 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 Sir Eddie. Thank you. One of my friends from the Philippines. Thank you for the thumbs up, my brother. And big up Miss Jaya as well, your wife. Big up, big up, big up. Really appreciate the love and support from you guys. Guys, if you actually caught the intro, Sir Eddie and his wife, they were the ones who actually gave me this lovely intro to start off my live streams. Lanika, big up yourself again. And also Zuko FF. So Lanika was saying something like that happened to my cousin. They fire a bite on the cheek, and the teacher not say anything. She was left at the gate. See that? She was left at the gate with the face bleeding. I tell you this much. Us as teachers, and all the time we get it right. Confession. We don't always get it right. But
Yeah,
my recommendation is this: be a listener and don't just listen one side of the story.
we have to understand
Always listen two
some of
sides.
the teachers are coming from the same background.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a matter, it's like, okay, I'm only in this job because I want the money. Nothing else matter.
Mm-hmm. And that's sad.
In my
And
environment,
but
yes,
the truth be told too, I wouldn't even go down the road there too and say just for the money, because realistically speaking, a lot of teachers, Dion, are experiencing real life, real human situations as well.
yeah, that's true.
Because and Lanika pointed it out a while ago. Yeah, see, everyone is right, has right. It's true. And let me just jump on what Lanika is saying right there. Teachers are humans too. And a lot of the times you might be at school, but you also have a child who might be the subject of bullying. Your child probably get bullied at school. As a teacher also, you might be worried about whatever issues that you have to deal with after you go through the full day of teaching.
Truth be told, the way all the kids them are behave, me wouldn't pass some of them if me are the teacher to still, because me might thought me back on is a knife, get it in a me neck and something.
All right, and look at that. Even though we as teachers have that fear, you still have to do it because it is a part of your job description. You have to make sure, say, Pitney them not put that knife in a feed them neck.
The other day I saw a video on I think it was TikTok where this teacher and this student was rolling on the ground, and I was like, Jesus, what has our little world gone to?
Yeah,
But
them kids are not afraid of nothing.
you see, as a I would say as a child of God, you get to understand that some of these things really has to happen. There's nothing that
Yeah,
will.
that's true. All right, Zuko point. Zuko says, bring back to our next point. They send out the children with no guidance. It's so true. Hey, Zuko, I say it earlier and I'll say it again. Enough of them youth here where I go to school, girl and boy alike. Enough of them are sending themselves go to school, Papa.
Of
Enough
course,
of them, are sending themselves go to school. Enough of them don't know them, they don't see them parents. God forbid. Some of them parents who not drink and gamble are gone at the latest party. Some of them are work late in the night. So then they're on night shift. And by the time them come in, you asleep. And by the time them gone out back in the morning, you know wake yet.
that is true.
You understand? So there's nobody to really even go as far as checking the book. You know, gone are the day when and me guilty at this too, because sometimes I don't even get a chance to even looking at my son book. But
That is true.
you come and you're so tired, you never even really check it. But
I was
me tell you, it actually makes sense to be that person where even you just pop up at the school and you pick the don't even know say I come there. Him don't even know say I turn up and you just turn up at school. You understand? And that gives you now an opportunity to really see who your child is. Sometimes if you even come through the school compound and just stand off and just watch. Just watch him. Not say nothing. Just come in and just observe him. And just watch him behave. And when he go home now, you say, hey, I see any of your true colors today at school. Come and talk about it now. You see where I'm going with that? Yeah, man. You don't have to deal with it at school, but just get a chance to really see who your child is. I did a live stream some time ago, Dion, and the rest of the J Squad who is here. I was talking about how well do you know your children. If you have not watched that live stream, you can go back to it. There are several wonderful insights that we actually shared on that video. Dion, I think you were there, Dion. How well do you know your kids? And I see him thing a lot of the times 10 years, 15 years. Some will putting them a 15-year-old and 16-year-old, but for all of those years, you don't know your child. You don't know what they like, you don't know what they dislike, you don't know what they really want to become. They might say it, but you don't really know because they're not going to be open enough to share anything with you. Because a lot of us as parents, as soon as the child says something, when you see him like what you want to hear, you jump on the child and a chaos. So
And some parents want to raise their child according to how they were raised, not realizing that we're living in a different era. Kids
different era, different breed of pitney.
spanking and go to them bed and them not do it tomorrow. Kids today, they take a spanking, they do the same thing tomorrow. And
I
if
deal
it's
with them.
again, them good.
Every
Look here, you take this too far now.
All right, yeah, perfect example of that, Dion. I had one of my students, one of my class students. He did something that was just so wrong the other day, and the principal grabbed him and cut him tail. I'm gonna tell you, say, principal, give him a good tail cutting. Because you know principals are still permitted to do that. Teachers, the regular classroom teachers, is not allowed, but the principal can. And based on the magnitude of what the boy did, the teacher actually disciplined him, right? And would you believe it that boy, the principal told him to go inside of the classroom now, put on your head and breeze off. And she talked to him, gave him all of the reasons why he should, all of the deterring reasons then why he shouldn't, do that kind of demonstrate that kind of behavior. And the boy cool off about a good 30 minutes, 40 minutes, somewhere about maybe 30 minutes. And then would you believe it? That by the time they look then cool and the second boy feel like everything all right, he was back to fighting one next student. The same little boy where he just beat to fight. He was back to fighting another student. For no reason at all, just to be mischievous. He was the one who actually went there and just provoked the child and fight the people in Pitney.
That's how they are, man.
So you're right. It's a different age of children. It's a different day. There's nothing that deters these children from doing what they feel like they want to do. They are not afraid. They're not scared. They don't revere nobody.
And another thing that breeds this kind of atmosphere is the economic that we are in. Parents are having these kids with no clue how they're going to take care of them.
The Bible talk about it. Children having children.
I was watching a video and they were saying, is contraceptive a sin? And I was saying to myself that, I would have to be committing that sin a lot, because I'm not going to bring another child in this world with what I know that I am barely scraping to give the two that I have. And I see out here, toddlers behind toddlers, not going to school. I don't know how they eat, and they're just dragging along. And And these are the things they're not getting proper training. So they're being raised in a ghetto mentality. Not saying that living in the ghetto is bad, don't get me wrong. But they
Yeah.
have this ghetto mentality where
Careful now.
fend for themselves. They have to, like, I saw this young man today. I went to buy my lunch, and I'm sure he's still in high school, and he was there sharing food. And I was like, this
Yeah.
young man should be in school. Why is he in this kitchen sharing food? And
But yes,
it was a street.
yes, sir.
It wasn't.
Most of them kids here work.
Yeah. So these things breed this kind of mentality.
Yeah. Most of them picking here at work and them not interested in going back to no school, nothing, because school to them is just a hindrance to them actually making some serious money to delay them process.
Hi, Fuller.
Full of my sister what you know the thing already, my sister. The link there you can jump upstairs and you're ready. If you so desire to do so tonight, because me know say you're tired and all of them thing there. But a real talk, Dion, enough of them kids here, them a work, so them no business about the whole school something. I heard a child tell a teacher the other day, you can't chat to me because I make more money than you.
You'd be surprised. My daughter showed me a text because they had to create a group
Mm-hmm.
line. And I laugh him. It's not really funny, but I have to laugh. There is this young man in the group, right? Right now, I feel like I want to go choppy line. And,
Exactly.
and the teacher go, make a comment like it. I said, Jaden, don't use those comments in the group. And when look about after me stop it talking, and you may go chop first. Then little bit after, I got a message in the parent group. Like they said, the parent for Jaden, we'd like to have a meeting with you. Guys, it's not funny, but I'm just saying, it's not easy.
Yes. But it's serious. As some serious I'm going and nobody feels to them not serious and them talk about choppy line. As I said, a lot.
And it has been a slang now, people answering the phone, choppy line.
Yeah. As I as I was saying, sorry, I'm reading the comments at the same time, Dion. No, but as I was saying, these kids nowadays, I see them thing that enough of them are do that. The exposure to the whole scamming and all of them, some of them kids there, enough of them are applying for true. Yeah, man, enough of them are use up and bang a phone and do what them other man. Yes, it's a serious thing because it's fast money. Fast money. So when a child I go look on a teacher and say, hey, you can't chat to me because me I make more money than you. A lot of them are serious. They are making money. They are tasting money. Enough of them really are experience some serious dollars. Some of these girls are into prostitution as well. Hey, we as adults, no things of them think they're going. Yeah, man. Yes, man. Enough of them think they're going. When one of them little girl here, them not have no supervision, as me say. So you hear them say them are go spend some time with them cousin at town this weekend. And mommy just say, yeah man, you can go and go spend time with so and so. And not knowing so when you spend time over St. Catherine, over back road, over Portmore, then enough of them girl they gonna do them thing.
When I live in
Especially if you over the age. Then gonna do them something and then care about the money they use it by Sunday dinner and don't even know say them poor little girl they're going to about them body the whole weekend. Look here. It's serious. These kids, as I said before, are dealing with a lot of things that are bigger than they should be allowed to carry at this age. Them are deal with some adults, some grown-up things. And I believe that is one of the major factors that contribute to the level of crime in the school. Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't like you, so me I go just war you because me a big man. And if you say nothing, me call out the whole crew. Them things that go on in the society. Wake up parents, wake up adults. And that are going out there. Don't play ignorant and go on like say, oh, no, so them some sound too strange. It sound it sound too weird. But me tell you it a go on. Alright, let me just jump in the comments section. Welcome Tasha Timely Thoughts. Hi baby girl. For who don't know Tasha Timely Thoughts, it's Tasha Timely Thoughts, Ray, up there. Yeah, man, big up yourself, babe. She's in church, so she can't be upstairs being a part of the conversation with us tonight. But Dion, Lanika is saying, of course, and Lanika is also saying, but my child come with money. But if my child come with money, me have to know where it come from. Yes, Lanika, a responsible parent will always do that. But you have nothing about them something there. The penny come with money, and you just stretch a little dirty hand and call it the little dirty money where the girl did have to do all sort of things to collect.
And it starts at a tender age too. Because
Yeah, of
some of
course it's not at that tender age.
your
God
child in preschool, and you see a child come home with something, and instead of you carry it back, you let the child play with it and all of that. So it started. That's why I said no. It
Yeah,
starts from
it
the root.
does.
We have these things from the root.
Yeah. Yeah, right, the Salonika. When I was younger, if I brought home a pen and it not belong to me, my mother asked me where that pen come from, and me have to care about that the next day.
Brother, I couldn't even bring home my hairstyle in my head, much less.
No, make you ever think about and go home with the hairstyle comb a different way now. Your mother did comb it when you left the yard. You go other places. Oh, you go somewhere else and pull up your hair. Ah, when you poor soul, you're innocent. You get licked to your fool. Yes, man. Know the thing, go. Me not that young, Me not that young. Zuko says about them a chop off boy head and stab them. Yeah, man, I'll be at them something there. Me have one in my class every minute in top so we must stab in a face. And if you see little sitting, if you see little something, let me tell you about a little bit. You understand? Today, me have to give my nickname. Me have to say silverworm. Sit down and behave yourself. And the reason why we call him silverworm, he just can't stay still. But I'm a little soldier them. You understand? But I'm just saying this. The words that these kids use, they must be hearing it somewhere. They're not gonna just miraculously come up with these thoughts and say, hey, I'm gonna say that. No, they might hear them kind of thing that they're exposed to that kind of language. Not saying that they might hear it at their yard. Me not say nobody have forced them to say them thing here, but I'm telling you that they're exposed. They're hearing this kind of language, and you know where they're hearing it? They might
Taxi
hear it
with
at school.
even the taxi with them
They might
driving.
before yes taxi, but before taxi, they might hear it at school. Because who is better to teach you than your own peers? They might hear it at school. That's why sometimes when you pick the come home and you hear one little something from them, I say, no. I know my child that. Or you hear say, Dion, you pick me the outer road a cuss bad word. And you say, no, but this you pick me, I carry the offering plate every Sunday. How if you cuss bad word? Good church going Pitney. Cuss bad word
Right.
way. Yes, man. In cuss it. Chances are, in cuss it. In cuss it. Chances
The
are.
other day I saw my daughter wrote bitch in a text, and I was like, you use that word? And she was like, that little face there. I said, no, you use that word. And she said, mommy, when me I talk to my friend, I said, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You start to
Mm-hmm.
use that text with your friends, even if you're joking. Chances are
Yeah.
somebody say something to your word and the same word gonna come out of your mouth.
It is because it is a part of your schema. It becomes a part of you. It's in your vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. All right. Lanika says, same as home, me leave, me have to go home. Yeah, right. That's all. Anyhow, you left your house, so you have to go back home. And you better make sure your memory good if you pull up that they hear there. You better make sure your memory good to fix it back like how mama did fix it. Cause I don't know, maybe they have one little something where they hide in the ear. Where they can know if you put your hand in it. Yeah. You hear that? Or else I know my mother yard me I go right there so. And she'll check you. Boy,
Achuma.
bring back them parents me. I tell you, bring back them parents there. Cause them will check you for make sure so you stay right. Hey girl. And I saw me and I saw your uniform did iron this morning. Yesterday me did have one scene right there. Hey, play with them mother there. And they see everything. And even boys, them look on your shirt and they say where that strand of hair they come from, boy. And you never see the strand of hair, but your mother see it. Bring back them
AJ,
parents, man.
peer pressure is really a strong thing, you know.
It is.
As you're talking, I'm just reminiscing on a period of my life when I was in high school. And a friend of mine, they knew this young man and he was telling them how much he likes me. And I let my friend influence me to take a love letter, you see.
Mhm.
And when I reach home with that love letter, I hide it in my uniform because I never see it. And as I pull the belt, it drop a ground.
Oh, Jesus.
And I remember the only thing saved me from getting a beating. Because my mother wasn't a good reader. So she couldn't read nothing. So she dragged me with the letter, go straight to my granny. And after my granny done read it, and my granny said, but you can see in the letter, I tell her, I say, him not like how she not show him no interest and she need to show him interest. So nobody beat her. You can see so she not show her interest.
You're lucky.
So peer pressure because I wasn't paying this young man any attention. But because my friend had tell me, say, yeah, where my say, man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, take the letter, read it. So
Both you take love letter, you really get a love letter beaten.
yeah, peer pressure is really a serious thing, man.
Yeah,
After
and I see
kids
him think that peer pressure sometimes enough for the boys them do certain things too. Because they're
and
trying to fit in.
prove that hey,
Yeah,
you
they might
can
try to fit in with the crowd. Sorry, you were saying Dion.
no, I was just saying that they just follow because they want to say, hey, I can do this too.
I
Don't
can
leave
do two punching a little fella.
don't leave me behind. I'm able to do what you want me to do.
But you see, I have that same issue as well. Like all of what we're talking about tonight, there's nothing unique that I don't see also playing out in my own kids that I teach.
Right.
Where you will have this set that is trying to fit in. And you will have the 1 year where I do this, and you have the one day where I do that. And they're trying to be a part of the crowd. Me I tell you, sometimes you have to really wonder if are the same quiet child where the parent are talk about because no ounce of quiet no did they so. You
You ever
understand?
with some kids when they're going to school, the socks roll down neatly. And when
Oh
you see them
yes.
to school, the socks up
Yes,
because
man. Yeah, man.
their socks up.
Yeah. I know the kind. me used to do it too. All right. Welcome back, Fuller. Glad to have you back. Dion Fuller is shouting out, giving you a shout out.
Fuller.
Yeah, man. Welcome. Fuller is also saying blessings to the chat. All right. So the Lanika was saying we had a pen pal thing at my school, and my mother did beat me for exchange letter with boy. Same thing. Get beat if you exchange letter with boy.
Mhm.
You know. So when you really check the levels, it kind of make you wonder if them days they can even ever come back where even though a lot of the parents were not intellectually geared, they were not able to read as well. But trust me, when you see them take up the book and then turn that book, and look and you did that, you think so that the parent they can read.
And if they don't see sticky,
Oh, listen. And you have to make sure you do your homework and then say, And they say, come here, Dion, come read this to me. And Dion read and read and read. And read to the heart's content. And mama said, Dion, that don't sound right. And you say, and you pronounce that the word and you fix up yourself and feel nice and astute. Only for many years later you find out that mama can't read and you wonder how the hell they were able to hold things together with you as a child.
Because
Yeah,
then darling, why?
yeah, you know. Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you so much. O'Neill, welcome O'Neill from O'Neill's World. Bless up,
And
bro. Grateful.
go on.
See it there? Right, that's all. All right. Full eyes in the building as well. So big up, big up, big ups. Remember to like up the live as you enter, guys. We're talking about the level of crime and violence in the schools. Your thoughts, how we can fix this. Let's get some solutions, guys. Talk to me. Share your comments in the comment section. The more you comment, it's the better for the channel and the better we are able to put our content like this. So show some love, no man. Love it. Like up the live. You one of them, you smash, just smash it. Yeah, man. Let's go there and just smash that and show some
Currently,
love.
days when a village could raise a child.
Too much something go on in that village. Me no want to help me raise this child here. Village not stay right at all.
Once upon a time, a parent would see a child and spank him and say, "Go on, you're doing the wrong thing." And the one that they had a parent who would be quite fine with it.
Once upon a time. But if you ever even sneeze too close to somebody pit nowadays, the whole family will come for you.
A murder.
Yeah, man, just sneeze and don't put on your mask.
Yeah,
Yeah, the whole
that,
family come at you. The unblessed Onila ask if are you that. Are you?
I've spoiled my name. No, I not in my name.
Dion. Or Dion. Dion. Yes. O'Neill is asking if it is you. 4 people on the live. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate your company. Why? Wonderful set of people. And as usual, we're now going to be on the 2 hour mark. We are now at 1 hour and 23 minutes and counting. So we're boiling down to the 2 hour mark. We're not going to be on that because Jay says I've work for do. And government now go all and pull me tomorrow for the match day. So when we hit the 2 hour mark, I'm gonna get going with some other stuff that is school related. I wish one or two of you could have did help me out to make some chat tonight. But that's how I think. Yeah, man, I love your company as well, Zuko. Really appreciate the turnout tonight, fam. Yeah, man. A long time I not really go live. I promise you guys, I'm going to make it my point of duty to come back live more often. And we're gonna see how best we can get back into our Sunday night live as well. If that no work out, look out for us on a Saturday, guys, because we try to do a little thing different. So you might end up seeing us on a Thursday and a Saturday. Because we now leave out Lifestyle Thursdays. That's our flagship. So you don't know the thing go. Thank you so much, Lanika. Lanika said, nice live, man. Yeah, man, we appreciate it. Lanika, over here, so it's not about the jump up and the excitement and the lewdness. Nah, not nobody else channel. We don't do that. Because we all family on here and all of us serve a purpose. But for me over here, so I like to educate and I like to reason on topics that a lot of persons are somewhat shy away from. But a real thing in regards to what go on, it's an experience that affects not just me but all of us. As I had said before, if you don't have a child going to school right now, you have a niece or a nephew or a cousin or an auntie or a son or a daughter or a grandchild. There's somebody from your family who is attending school right now and at some point in time might have been the victim of some level of violence in schools, whether it be in the class or in the wider school. So if we are joining together, we are talking about tonight, we are reason about it so that we can actually teach each other. Because that's something like it. I love when it's interactive and we teach one another. Jay says no know everything. I don't even claim to know everything. But when a Lanika then in the comment section now and a Zuko then in the comment section and a Dion actually give him information as well. O'Neill's world are full of attitude. When all of us, when all of us come together, then it's a rich conversation. So guess what? Nothing what going on right now could not be possible without any of you. All right, Lanika says, my victim rude too. Where you say, Lanika? What happened? Talk up the thing them. Make me hear what going on, Lanika. I'm listening. Listening loud and clear. Tell us. What happened now? All right, Lanika said, I've all right forget bite. The part the parents spit her too. No. So you say the bite sure. Easy, easy. I love the energy tonight, guys. Really and truly. I enjoy reasoning with you. You know, that kind of fellowship here are good. Anybody like my African shirt? You like my African shirt? Yeah. Kind of like dressing this kind of way. They know yes about that. Give me an idea and tell me. Make me
Right.
look good.
Look like the man them we have flask down in Nigeria.
Sure. Make me look rich, though. No, well, Dion, we soon get monetized, so we soon can talk them. No thing going on. Monetization not there too far. Hold on. Dion, drama go on in the comment section here. Well, Lanika say no. All right. Lanika say, LOL, the child stone me for nothing. And the parents no say nothing. Say the parents no say a thing. So she will go to school. So she will go school. So she will go school go bad. So in other words, you pick the throw stone off of you, the Nika. So more than likely that Pitney we go school go bad. Yeah man. Nothing more than badness go on and buy take place. That's how I go. Cause I was teaching my children this week about a little story, and I made up a story about a shark and a whale. That the shark feel like he's the baddest thing in a little freshwater pond, you know. Baddest thing, beat up everybody. And one day the Mr. Turtle come and say, hey, watch out man. Me meet somebody over there, sir, and them better than you. So, Sharky boasty up himself now and make the tread and go across, reach the ocean in last time. I look around and I say, oh, this place is big. But it go him out, even though it big him up big up in chest, you go like him the hottest things in sliced bread. And he fool around the wrong person. He fool around Mr. Dolphin and Dolphin calling cousin. Name is a whale. And when he see the whale, he realize how small he actually be. Parable that. Parable. So, these kids sometimes they mess around and they end up messing around with the wrong person. And that is when you hear certain things happening at schools. You have to really check the background. Parents may beg you, don't live in a denial. Some of your children are not the little angels that you'll send out in the mornings. I heard a parent this evening had to reprimand a child. I'm talking about this evening. The parents say, hey boy, put your shirt in your pants. I saw you come out of my house this morning. I saw you left my house this morning. Fix up your clothes. I was looking at it and I was like, yo, for real. There goes a parent. Because I know some leave you let you out of the house this morning. So how dare you seek to try to, go back in the yard looking in here anyway. We have to really have that kind of, something. Excuse me for wiping face off them, guys. The ring light something going to put off a piece of heat there, so it go. Man,
Go
I
back
bust
to
it.
same parents them buy the cut up pants keep it in them. And when so then can't wear come to school and tell them say that alone they have.
Yeah, man, yeah.
And you were the one who either gave him the money to buy it or got the road to buy it for him.
Or sometimes cut it for him too. Because some of our parents when I go with a easy, Are we really going with a bag of something and then we don't want to blame,
Yeah.
Little Tommy go down the road, so go buy two cigarettes for me. And Tommy go down the road, go buy two cigarettes. You know, things that at least one time Tommy I go curious to say, oh cigarette go. So Tommy I go buy yes, naked clothes too. Tommy I go buy him one cigarette one at a time and hide. And
That's
more
true.
go over corner or grow on a bush. Sorry guys. He more grow
When
on a corner. And when he grow on a corner now he more light up and he more try to see what cigarette taste like. But do it. Alright, Lanika says, and the parents not say a thing. Okay, we read that already. Of course, Tommy I got smoke one too. Of course, my bun one. Because he want to know what is the big deal about cigarette. Why daddy always send me to go buy. And we have some parents too where get it in them cigarette and I tell them if you light this for me. You know things so when you light it, that smoke going down in that boy system, you already created an addiction in that child's life.
Yep.
Because all of the taurine and nicotine and everything were in a cigarette already gone on in our system. So he won't come smoke too. I'm just saying, you know, we as parents we have a long way to go and we have a lot of things to do. Because not for we blunder big time. Big time. Not for we messed up big time. Yeah. Because we do some little something and a guidance counselor, the teacher, anybody if you say, hey, Mr. Brown, you know, say you are at fault in regards to Tommy's behavior though. Carry Jesus off of the cross. You're cuss and go on bad and say on you. But if you really check the little fine prints, you realize how much of an influence your behavior has had on Tommy's life. I hear somebody say, Dion, do as I say, but don't do what I do. And that's how I go. So we get back to that. Lanika says, my father tell me if you go taste beer when I was in primary school. And don't you go drink beer when you're older? Or even when you did younger, you try a little beer, don't it?
That's what I was just about to say. Cause I remember when I was young, them but then you never have cash, but you have Japan.
Japan, yeah.
Anytime the Japan man come and my auntie buy Japan, me watch her and she write down the number. Me study the number just as how she write them down and I study them. So till it reach a point when me start save my $10 and $20 when me go to school to buy Japan.
Right, that's so.
And I never stopped gambling until I was probably about 27, somewhere around there. So when I get a real lick from the cash pot, man. when me give the number to the cashier and tell her, I say, write them number there for me. And when me win, me say, Jesse, me think me win. When me run from Whisker, me da work at one bar at the time. And when me run from the bar, go down at the cash pot place. And the heartbeat when me have when the woman tell me say, she never print the number them. You say,
Whoa.
take God off a cross at the day they say me done. And me this. So we really live what we really do what we see people are do, we family are do, and we relatives are do. We really copy them.
Yeah.
And up to
Because,
today, my auntie still buy cash pot.
see there? All right, watch a comment there from Lanika. I'm going to get back to the point when me say me will come back to. Lanika says, no. Me say, no, me not drink it now. But me did save and buy one, yes, of course. Save and buy one and try to find out what it tastes like. What's this big deal about the beer? You want to know what it tastes like? Back to my point. Do what I say, but don't do what I do. Nonsense. And the reason why I tell you say nonsense, the child will never do what you say. You will always get opposition, but they will watch every single thing that you do. And they will do it. Yeah, man. If you beat a man, look out and watch if your son no probably start take it out when in peers in school. And watch who he have strength for. He might go beat all of the girl in the class. You know want fight no boy, you know? No, the girl me want fight. Because that carving at the back of my mind to be a woman beater. So you just catch him practice for the girls in the class. Yeah, logics. When you watch them kids nowadays, you can probably pick out and know who then the monks. Then the monks people will beat to man. I say that is taking place in your home, but they might be influenced by a person from the street who has that kind of tendency. Oh, girl, this me be a straight box down. For them language that. Oh, girl can't this me feel like do this and do that. Yeah, man. And you know, then at your house I sing just a close, so walk with the and I know say you put me out a road out there so I get good lesson about boxing down people data. So when in go school tomorrow morning now, and a girl says something when like him box down the girl and you hear say you have to come to school because your son box down somebody pitney and you carry Jesus off of the cross. No, not my son. Not my son who play the drum set every Sunday. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, not the reality. A reality, guys. Me not mince my words tonight. Me actually talk up the things them. And the reason why I can talk up the things them like that is because I was one of those children. Me never did rotten, but me did go on with things too. Because I was a child. I was a child and Pitney try and see how far they can go too. Yeah. You understand? And my father a pastor, my mother a evangelist, a nurse. My mother the nurse too, so me get it 3 way. But all they say Pastor Pitney bad, you know, we're not always bad, but we sometimes rebel. Because everybody pressure you with certain influences that you have to do this, you have to do that. So sometimes you just get tired of it and just want to do you. You
That is
understand? So I true there and I did somebody there as a child. So me try things too. Never smoke, thank God. Never smoke. But everything else, yeah, man. Everything else. You used to get trouble. Cause bad and all that to me. Yeah. And me not hear no bad in my house.
brother, I
But
thank
me,
God Jesus.
yeah. Just to go on with things too. And how and look how funny it is in the end. You see I go? Where did I learn these bad words? Society can hear them every day, but where did I get to practice these bad words? School. How did I get to practice these bad words? Popular because me on track and field. So me them amongst the other popular youth them. And when we are hold with little social conversation now, we are talk up the thing them and we are cuss with little bad word and we are going on and carry on. Oh, you this and you that, boy, and we go on with a bag of something to fit in. To fit in, not to stand out, to fit in. Just so that you can be a part of the crew, be a part of the crowd. Yeah, man. And because you're popular, nobody not really bother you when you do the foolishness. Mm. All right, that's it, the guys. So, what money hype on the pitney them, man? What money hype on them? Poppy in pan school, pan him, go in pan him at school. Surprise him, walk in and go sit in pan in class. Yeah. And when you do that, you will hear if he really are doing work or not. Because if he's been misbehaving all day, nobody feels the teacher go say, "Oh, your son is such a wonderful angel. He's a good little boy." If you might get trouble all day, the teacher go say, "I'm glad you come because this boy been giving trouble all day." Yes, man. Welcome again, Tasha Timely Thoughts. Welcome back, my love. Yes, glad that you're here. We're
So,
talking
Tasha, I hope you pray for me now.
that if you do. Youth convention start, man. So she got church tonight. Mm. You know
Tasha,
the
what?
thing. Eh?
She's what, apostolic?
No, Church of God.
Okay.
Mm. Well, apostolic type of style ministry, yeah. That kind of worship.
So we know we're having youth stuff now.
Oh, yeah. A friend of mine was telling me to about that. A lot of online someone been having to. Yeah, so the link drop Tasha time me thoughts. If you wanna come upstairs and what are reasoning too for the next 20 minutes, then you can do that. We're talking about the the level of violence in schools, crime and violence in schools. 5 persons unalive. Highest point we've hit together tonight. We've had 5 people. All right, Tasha. Zuko is asking where's that church. So you can talk to Zuko about that. All right. So level of oh, take your time. Don't focus too much on this or something. Yeah. No, not with you on the driving. Yeah, guys. Diana man, I feel look about in one and now you feel like don't say nothing.
Right, we mix that one there now.
Nobody say nothing. So yeah, me personally tired for the war in the schools there, and I can tell you in encouraging sometimes. I can just imagine a young teacher who never experienced certain things before, and you just get thrown in the deep end of the pool, beyond having to deal with this level of violence. Can you imagine somebody who's coming from a sheltered home, and the only exposure you ever had was when you went to college, and all of a sudden now you get one work and then send you one school and you see pitney a fight.
Exactly.
It's scary. My last experience with children fighting like that, me have a wide scale fight. Dian, me there in my class, a teacher and 2 boy papa fight in my class, Dian. And stone start flinging, in a class,
It's too from.
Think a joke. See or something. Then kids are nowadays are war for real. They not play.
Ah, Jesus, help us.
The man a war for real, man.
Perilous times, my friend. Perilous times.
But then the question is this though, how do we address this kind of behavior? What do we do? How can we fix this? How we can reach them? Cause reaching them right now is a must, If we not do that, God forbid, Society pan we, Dion. You understand what I say, Dion?
Yeah.
We on society because not for them youth to practice criminal behavior already, man. Not for them man they are busting then something and I go on with a bag of something in the hand. Oh, them a go hard. Me talk about real hard and criminal behavior. What do you do with a child like that, and how do you tell that child, Dion, to behave themselves when them already a run program per man and I get PFE? Listen, I remember I did a teaching practice at a popular junior high school in Kingston when I was in college, and it was the realest experience I ever had. Not calling name, but I can tell you it's in the vicinity of one of the baddest places in Jamaica, in Kingston. And when I say bad, I'm not talking about the area in a negative way, but I'm talking about the effects of violence. And this child came to school, but I noticed him a move one little funny way, Dion. So I said to myself, hey, I not like how that brother is moving. So at the time there were other male teachers there and the security. So I circled them and met them and say, hey, something not look right. Because
Yeah.
as a teacher, you must always have an eye for them thing there.
Very observant.
Yes, always. Just make sure you're observant. And I go to the child and say, hey, come here. I notice the same kind of standoffish. I said, no, this don't look right. Come here, man. Because it's a child I normally can talk to. And him come to me. I'm say, oh, yeah, I noticed. Yes, this is it. I noticed he took out his wallet prior to my investigation. And the boy wallet loaded. I'm not talking about money. Them time the $1,000 bill just a get popular. So you know the blue money does whole heap of blue money in a boy wallet. That's cool. So in my mind, something just not right. Him shouldn't, as a child, have so much money on him on the compound. Something you understand? Something just not look right. And he came to me, and when him come to me, Dion, me start reason with him, and him say, sir, me don't make you call me, you know. I'm say, why? You tell me. And him say, sir, you know, say I see you say me thing though. I'm say, which thing you talk about? Sir, my wallet, sir. Me know you see my wallet, you know, sir. So I say, yeah, see your wallet. Where you do with so much money? On the compound. And the child said to me, sir, I rate you as a teacher, you know. I rate you. You never diss me yet. From your day, you never diss me yet, you know.
Oh
And then
Lord.
you come straight up. Sir, I want to tell you, but me might get in trouble if me tell you. I say, okay. May I listen? And him say, sir, you see the money then in my wallet? I have to buy corn, you know, sir. I'm going to say, yeah, worry yourself about corn. I good something farming, man. You have enough farming. I say, sir, another corn, about, you know, sir. The country we come from, Dion, me a country boy.
Hey,
Sir,
Tasha.
another corn me talk about, you know, sir. The corn me talk about, sir. And I say, what you talk about? And him say, yeah. Sir, at such and such and such me come from. And he give me the name of the place. And he say, sir, sir, such and such a place I war with so and so and so. So I have to buy the can and carry home come give the man them. I have to buy the can and carry go home go give the man them. And as a matter of fact, sir, my thing run out.
You see what I'm talking about?
I'm talking about 16-year-old at the time. My thing run out.
And these are the same children who are coming up and having children.
My thing run out.
So him, you
15,
know, right
16.
there, and then him I gonna teach him child about having corn.
If him still there, because I don't know if he's still alive, but if him still there.
Yeah.
Because me never know about corn at the time.
And who knows, by the time when you attack him, he goodly have two already. Because
Yeah, no, I buy him did figure go buy in the evening for the man them on the turf because war a gone. So they use listen, parents be telling already open iPhone and pitney them. They use the young men in the area because police now go search them.
exactly.
Police
Jamie,
now
I
go
forgot
search
to
them.
my battery. Now I gotta keep out for the next couple minutes.
Me understand my sister, but grateful man, 100% grateful. And we not have long for stay either. We have 12 minutes, less
Yeah,
than 12.
I'm 4% there now. My data I use my charger.
All right, no problem. Thank you again for coming upstairs. The link then in the comment section. Any one of my other family members, if you want to come up, then feel free to join us. Join me up here. Yeah, no, stone for this. Like I go on in. Tasha said, no, sir, country boy, no town slang. No, me didn't know nothing about that at the time. But we play it off like, you know, yeah, man, can. But him say, sir, another can me talk about. Cause, you know, me just play it off with a laughter, like, I just joke thing. Cause at school, they say you shouldn't even talk about can. But me didn't know, say, another can them talk about, but me didn't make you know, say, me didn't know. If you understand what I talk about. Cause you're boy in the street, same way you can't make them feel like, say, you're idiot in the street. So you have to use your head too. And I saw later on now me and the other teacher were reason and him show me say, oh, them boy a long time, them boy a bust it. And the most unfortunate thing, and these are stories where me not really tell nobody too tough because of a level of trust at the time. And that's the reason why I don't mention the name of the school. But I remember there was an incident as well. And as a teacher, don't try to destroy a child life. Even if you suspect them of something, you don't be the one to try to destroy their life. Try to help them. A few weeks later, I think it was 2 weeks, the same boy got into a fracas with two, I think it was two or three other boys from the other end of the spectrum. Remember me tell you say the two community them a war. I'm telling you about real violence in school here. The boy that I had spoken to about a week ago, they were having devotion, and somehow another boy from the other community and him, they were having an argument, and the boy was not satisfied because them try to fight about 3-4 times, and we as the male teachers then we're vigilant that day and just try to just just mash up thing. Now the school at the time was a shift school. I don't know if them still a shift school. So shift a change, and this boy, no, them they have the altercation from the day before. Sorry, and this boy shift was started now, and the boy whom they talked a couple of days before his shift was ending. So they normally have one devotion, and then you get to go. And somehow the one that was not that was gonna start the shift, him just walk in at the boy bathroom and just get one stone and just go so in a mirror and broke the glass. And that boy just take one of the something, one of the shards of glass, and just walk up to the other boy where we talk to when we talk to the week before and just stab him in the back. Just whoosh, right in front of me, like me just there at the sun, him just the few feet away, and him just stab the boy in the back and run. And I'm telling you, that was a scary day. Them kids here, them do real violence. I mean, I tell you a couple of years ago that. So can you imagine the kids them in a this day and age, And that's something fester until one day the same boy that got the stab walked into the school compound with something wrapped up in a kerchief. And when you wrap it up in the kerchief, me see it. Boy, me always lucky to see that look at it. Because me just have an eye for him. And me call him same time, run like a parent with us not. And me call him and me say, no, whatever it is, no. I beg him. And me I tell you, at first me I tell nobody this. And that boy broke down and he started crying. Come draw him and carry me in one classroom. And that boy going in a knapsack. And I'll never forget. He pulled out a red handkerchief. And when that boy pulled out the red handkerchief out of the bag and unwrapped that red handkerchief, that boy pulled out something nice and chrome. And said, sir, today me they kill that boy there. Me they'll kill him today. And I said, no, you can't. I'm going to call the school security, the safety and security officer. I'm going to explain the situation to safety and security and say, listen, if we don't do nothing, we have to save that one here. And then call the police and then give the police it and make the police know, say, they find it in one of the whole toilet, them with the run at the back of the school and this and that and the third, and them shut down the school. But saying that to say this, guys, funny enough, that boy actually did leave that community and him did actually go hard trust. He went to Jagas. And that's the last thing me hear of him when he got Jagas, and him did do him little training at Jagas. But I could have the one intervention of stopping him and just talking with him and just allow him to vent and cry. It was something that helped that boy to really turn around. And I don't know where he is today. I don't know if he went back to doing wrong. I don't know if it was a situation of circumstance that he had gotten involved in that kind of thing. I don't know. But all I know is that moment of intervention actually stopped him from doing something that would have destroyed his life for the rest of his life. You understand? And that for me is one of the biggest achievements Anybody, not teacher alone, anybody could ever have. You understand? That a one life gets saved right there. So you understand? And what could have happened that day never happened. And me give God thanks for that. Me give thanks for that. You know, at first me actually I shared a story about the youth with the gun in the bathroom. With the gun we did get stabbed from the mirror in the bathroom. First me I share that story with anybody. But I have seen too much. I've seen a lot of it. Yeah, I've seen a lot of it, and I'm at a point in my life now where the only thing more that I did love to see is change. But I love to see things get better before it even get worse. You know, but I love to see it get better before it get worse. Um, we have 4 minutes on the live, guys. But reach out to a child, man. Call them one side, reason with them, and let them know that it's a no judgment zone. Let them feel comfortable reasoning with you. Let them feel like talking to you is a safe space. You know, share that kind of environment with a child. You know, maybe a niece, maybe a nephew, maybe a cousin, maybe a friend, maybe a stranger. But just show some love, because a lot of them kids here nowadays, they lack love. Them genuinely lack love. They not get it from nowhere. Believe me, them not get it from nowhere. And it's very destructive. It's very destructive. And if we don't save them now, or at least try to save them now, we're gonna have some real issues. We're gonna have some real issues. Yeah. Dion said that's true. They at school, so somewhere inside, they want to learn something. Yeah, some of them want to learn. Some of them genuinely want to learn. They do. They don't want to be involved in that kind of thing. But as I said, situation of circumstances, choice of circumstances. Not for them have to watch turf, and them have to day out there bleach at night time, because yeah man in a community. So you have to watch turf. So when you see some of them come on a book, we call them bleach you all night, the pan corner, I look out if man are running in the area so they can make an alarm. A real something I tell you about things where upon talking to children, them stories here me hear from them. Pick me a book in a class, and you wonder why my book in bleach the whole night last night. He up the whole night last night I watch turf. He might not bust it, but him did I watch turf the whole night. Yeah, you understand? And that them kids they have to deal with. So help one of them, man. Show some love. You know? Show that you actually care. Show that you are different from the others, and that you can actually provide a safe space as an adult. Provide mentorship. You know? Reach one of them. Teach one of them a new skill. Cause not all of them are gonna take the academics. But maybe a skill would have did really help one of them to really go to the next level. You know what I mean? Help them. They need the help. Children carry problems too. Children do have issues as well. And not just we as adults. We can't be selfish and feel like are we alone. They have issues too. So all that thought in your minds, J Squad, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. We will definitely have discourse, definitely have dialogue, and anything that you'd love to see us do on this channel, like how we almost monetize, let me know. Feel free. Dion already said that she wants to we drop some more movies. That's over by our other channel, JC's production. So Dion wants more movies. We're definitely gonna give you more movies, Dion. We have about four or so movies that are already scripted. We just need to just get the casting calls and get equipment and resources and push those. All right, we have about four good quality content movies in the pipeline. Yeah, man, coming soon. Um, just look out for it. Look out for um all of the brandings and stuff like that. Also, if you're a content creator and you need your t-shirts or you need masks or anything like that, you can also contact us on j underscore says 876 on our Instagram page. Yeah, man, we'll be more than happy to have a conversation in regards to how we can go forward, right? So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, we do that kind of stuff over here. All right, we do that kind of stuff over here. So yeah, man. So you feel free to reach out to us. Also, we do decorative glass as well. So if you have a kind word that you'd love to say to somebody, like a nice poem or whatever, personalized stuff, we dabble in that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in our services, feel free to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to put it together. But as we always say on this channel, Jay says, and we are. Oh, and my name say thanks. Thanks to everybody who come out tonight. Big up. And yeah, man, big up and big up and big up. This is the first live stream in a long time. So big up and bless up. Yeah. And Jay says, and we are.